Hey everyone, Ivy Gaming here, and today we're playing Dragonheir Silent Gods. For today's video, I'm on my Season 1 free-to-play account, and we're going to do some summons on this Celestial Banner for Ogok. But be careful, it's kind of a trap. Thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring today's video. Dragonheir is my favorite sponsor because it's my favorite game I've played in such a long time. I really enjoy the graphics. They really knocked it out of the park with the new heroes of this season. We are on to Season 4, new season, new heroes, and new Otherworld. There's some really killer bosses this time around, and I hope you guys will enjoy. If you haven't already checked out Dragonheir, be sure to download using my link in the description or the pinned comment. It's available on Android, iOS, Mac, PC, Steam, or Epic Games. Alright guys, so I'm in full pirate mode. I decided to try using a contact lens instead of my glasses today. So I finally got some new contacts in that were ordered. And yeah, I'm trying to cover up the other eye so I don't look super derpy, and yeah. Although I just look like a derpy pirate instead. But yeah, if this is your first time finding my channel, I normally do face videos. Sometimes I don't show my face because I am dealing with Bell's palsy, a temporary facial paralysis, but hopefully it gets better soon. I'm scheduled for some physiotherapy shortly. So, anyway, let's get to today's video. So I'm on the free-to-play account, which I think is like day 38, and this is a Season 1 account. We are on to Season 4, like I mentioned, but this account is Season 1, just starting out. And the Season 1 experience is really fun. It's very generous, lots of summons, and yeah, I pulled on the 80 banner. The very first banner we get with the standard Heliolite summons is one where you get a bonus hero for pulling 80 on top of 80 pulls, right? And that one I do have a video on if you want to check out my free-to-play summons from like the first few days. And now it's time to pull again. I've decided not to summon for the UTR event because I don't really want UTR. And, you know, this is an account that I'm not going to keep after Season 1 anyway. But even if I was, unless UTR gets changed for real, I don't think he's worth summoning for. I'd rather pull on one of these banners. But these Celestial banners, the Blessed banners, they are a trap. And I want to explain how to not fall in the trap. How to do this in a way that you don't regret, right? So let's talk about that. As my eye patch slides. I have it clipped. This is the hard part with the pirate eye patch. Guys, I fit Season 2, right? What was it? Brand new season, span new game. Anyway, okay. Seriously now. Celestial banners and Blessed banners, they have these special chances to pick a certain hero, and then as you get heroes on the banner, the more you fail, the higher the rates get. But keep in mind, you have to fail in order to succeed, so to speak. So like right now, I have Ogok. He's at a 1x chance. It says it right there. There is no boosted rate to get Ogok, except for the fact that it's a limited pool. So instead of the pool of every legendary in the game that we have a chance to get, we only have this small pool of heroes, so your chance of getting one of them is higher. So at the end of the day, it's still a better chance to get someone you really want if you want someone in this pool, but there's no 100% guarantee even if you choose them as your blessed hero. It takes going up really high, failing 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times to get to 20. That means you pull 4 legendaries that are not the hero, and then you have a 20 times chance to get that hero out of this small pool of heroes. So that's what that's all about. But the reason I'm pulling on this banner is because I have 35 summons. Now that can be between the Heliolite plus converting your Wormarrow, which is what I did. I converted Wormarrow. And again, this account is 100% free to play. I didn't even buy the dollar chest. So this is 100% free to play, and it's a 100% slacker account. I barely played. I played really hard the first maybe 2, 3, 4 days even at most. And then I barely played. But I'm gonna pull for Ogak because I am using a wild team for Vortex, and I'm using wild, or fire and poison for all my dungeon pushes with Sigrid and Dane as the core and Horus the tank. So Ogak would be amazing as my cleanser because I don't have Vikuk either. And yeah, I kind of also want these characters too. This one is insane, guys. Garius, Furboth, Shalter, and Zarloth. And a Solday, honestly, even. Insane. Those are 5 of the top 10 epics in the game, for sure. Garius and Furboth, absolutely, like, well, in the top 3. I'll just put that. We're missing a Vorash. I really want a Vorash, obviously, as well, but that's not going to happen on this account. It's fine because I'm going with Poison for a synergy as my main focus, so getting a Furboth as my tank would be perfect. So not only is this banner amazing for my current, like, focus of fire and poison, trying to get Ogak, but also the epic pool is a pretty high chance that I'm going to get a Furboth as well. And oh my gosh, if I accidentally get a Garius along the way, I will not be mad at that either, right? Right. Okay, if I get Shelter and Garius, I'll make a Dauntless team instead. Why not? Okay, but anyway, let's get rolling. I do already have Zarloth, so that's a not exciting pull. Getting an Isolde as a defender instead of Furboth would also be okay for me too, because again, it's the right synergy and I don't have her. And I do have Adolphus, but I don't have Isolde. So if I get her, I'm very happy. So that's kind of me explaining this banner. And I'm going to talk about the fact that it's a trap in more detail because not only do you have to fail to succeed, but every banner has a separate pity, a guarantee for each event. So if you pull 30 on this banner, then you switch to this banner, you do not get a legendary guaranteed within 5. So the pity is 35. Every 35 summons you get a legendary, right? But if you switch banners, you're changing your pity. But if you, like, this Heliolite summons is always the same no matter what extra bonuses are here, which is why I tell people to summon on this. If you pull on the 80, and you keep pulling, or let's say you pull here now, and you pull 20 to get stuff for the UTR event. You're 20 and you don't get a single legendary. That 20 is held on this banner. So even if you don't pull more on the UTR event, but you pull more once it switches to like the general rewards one, you get to keep that pity. So that's why I really like this, because it never goes away. You never waste a count. So don't pull on these celestial or blessed banners unless you can guarantee yourself a legendary, which means you have 35 dice. Now, if you never want to keep, if you pull a legendary and it's not the one you want, don't keep pulling unless you have more to guarantee yourself another legendary, for example. So like if I got a legendary in 2 summons, sure, I have enough, right? But otherwise, I wouldn't keep pulling on this banner, even if I get a legendary in my first 5 pull. Maybe I could out there because I can probably make up the difference. But if I got a legendary in my first 5 pull, I would, and it wasn't Ogak, I could pull again because I could get 5 summons within the next 1 day before this banner ends. But if I pulled a legendary on my 10 pull, after 10 pulls, I wouldn't keep pulling because I could just waste like 20 summons on something that isn't going to transfer a pity. But alright guys, that's the discussion here. And I wanted to talk about this for a little bit. I wanted this video, this obviously is a summoning video. And sure, I waited 10 minutes to get into the actual summoning part. But this was a topic more so than the actual summons themselves. I wanted to help people to make sure you guys don't make that newbie summoning mistake. Alright, so Pirate Ivy coming at you. Let's do some summons. Boom. Not a legendary. I'm gonna tell you guys how to know that it's a legendary or not right away when that animation happens. If you don't want to know, then mute me for a second. Oh! I didn't let it play. A Solday and Udacodle. That's really good. Urukadal is a shield hero. She's really good, really interesting for Grave of Curse. She steals shields, right? Dispels shields? There you go. Yeah, but anyway, really good hero for Grave of Curse and other content as well. And Isolde is now my new tank. Actually, to be fair, Horus can survive better than Isolde. So if you're like, my Isolde dies, she's too squishy. Yeah, she is harder to build than Horus because you want to build a lot more HP on her. And with Horus, you might build even more defense. But you got to make sure you put really good defense on Isolde as well. When I say that, because she is based on max HP for her shield, but if you forget to put a ton of defense on her, she's gonna die a lot sooner than you'd hope. And Horus has that extra passive to protect himself, so that kind of helps. But she's very good. You just need to make sure she has good survivability. But she pairs perfectly with Adolphus, so that's a really, really good combo. Adolphus and Isolde in Season 1, along with a Wild Vortex team, is pretty perfect, honestly. So that's what I'm gonna do. I wish I had a Flora on this account too, but hey, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with that. But maybe I'll get Ogak. All right, let's keep rolling. Oh, there it was. Did you see the gold? The gold. The dust was gold. So I'm gonna explain that a little bit better. Well, I just explained it. What am I saying? When you drop the dice, the dust is gold. Spoiler alert. I kind of said it before, but hopefully I didn't just kill everybody's hopes and dreams. But you don't know. You could get a double Lego. I always hope to see more than one gold shoot up, though, so you never know. All right, who we getting? Who we getting? Oh my gosh, another duplicate. And I just used all of my essence of creation. I had 10,000. And now I can buy a legendary one and I don't have any essence to use for it. This is my... Okay, this account is completely cursed. I'm only getting Horn / Starlight legendaries. -2. But I've gotten 2 Suthas and 2 Tall Wars. Which is a great problem because that means we can go buy... Bruh. Oh my gosh. See, so this is where the risk is. If you can't guarantee yourself another 10 summons before this banner ends, I could keep pulling and waste summons, right? So that's what the decision is. I think I might actually keep pulling, though, and actually try to get 10 more if I can't right now. If this takes me all the way to pity for 35 summons before getting another legendary, I do think I can get 10 summons because I'm really behind in my story. And here's the reality, guys. That's the part of it, right? I'm behind in my story. So I still have this dice here to get. I don't know if there's more. I can't remember how high it goes. I can't remember. But if there's more, then even easier. Plus there's Wormmarrow along the way with this. Plus, actually I could show here. Plus, I have not pushed my Pillar of Trial. That's at stage 10. There's another dice, so I got to get that for the other one. And then the higher stages, there's more Wormmarrow and more Heliolite die there. And Fey Meander, I'm only at stage 81 out of 108 or 200. So there's a lot of dice to get there and Wormmarrow along the way. Plus the Labyrinth of Curiosities. So considering how far behind I am in this current season, as far as progressing my content, and progressing my story. I'm really not that far in the story either, like I said. In the underground here, I just did this area here. I didn't even go through to finish the story and do more and get more resources and whatnot from just finishing up the story. So with that in mind, I think I could get 10 summons, so I think I'm going to risk that. But again, the It's a Trap is if I pull 25 summons on this banner right now and I do not hit a legendary, if I don't pull any more, I wasted 25 summons on potentially hitting a guarantee on a different banner. But this is one of those cases where some people would say it's worth the risk because most people consider Garius and Furboth as good or better than legendaries. Like, I use Furboth and I use Garius as a tank more than I used legendary heroes as tanks in season 2 and season 3 as well. Season 3, I got Cinerelle, who replaced Garius in my fire comp, so that was a different story, but either way, I definitely consider pulling a Garius or a Furboth the legendary. So because this banner is so good, you kind of gotta go for it, right? And I'm gonna see what happens. Oh my god, legendary right there. See? It paid off. And we got him! So now the Blessed Summons is over. The guarantee is over. But I already got a Zarloth on my account, so that would have been amazing if I didn't. Wow. So we got it. Oh my goodness. So right now, let's say you're like, but I still want to get those epics. Can you keep pulling on this banner? Yes, you can. To have a higher chance to get those specific epics, you can. That's okay. So maybe just, all right, here's what I'm gonna do just for shits and giggles. If you get the hero you want and you didn't get lucky with the epics, and that's a lot, 15 more summons to hit another legendary pity. Not ideal. So, you know, I wouldn't keep pulling on this banner normally because you really want to make sure you're getting legendary heroes. But because this is a fun account just for the content, let's see if we can get a Garius or a Furboth as well. Why not? Let's just see what happens. Why not? This is just for fun, but I would say don't try this at home. Because you can still get one on the other banner as well, of course. Shelter! Oh my gosh. Dauntless team, hello. A Dauntless team is not that strong if you don't have a Shelter or a Velios. It's really hard to use. It's like, I mean, I guess Wild is okay, but you really need Flora. But Dauntless you can do pretty darn good without Nasjenka, the exclusive, if you have Shelter or a Velios. So that's a difference there, but... Okay, let's just see it. Let's see, can we get it? Let's do it. Let's have some fun. This is a don't do this at home, kids. As we get all blues. Exactly. Don't do this at home is what this is telling me. But I'm gonna pull everything I got because this is a fun account and you never know. Come on, we don't want... Yes! So I just got a legendary. Let's just call Garius a legendary. Why not? Like, he's a legendary. He counts. Oh my gosh. Alright, one more 5 pull. Let's do it. Can I get a Furboth? For my Vortex team. Yo, legendary! And 2 epics! Oh! Dauntless team much with Shelter? Although he's not... Dauntless with Shelter and Garius. I might have to go Dauntless now. And Martina. Ugh. So I didn't... Okay, you know what? The universe just told... I don't know. The universe just confused me. Because I just got a Dauntless hero and Shelter as an epic. I got a Dauntless legendary. And I got one of the best epics for DPS you could ask for. And I got Garius, who is pairing with Lightning this time. So that could be better for Vortex than my current Wild team. That's crazy. So let me show you guys. Let's make, you know what, let's go into Vortex. Let's end this video by going into Vortex. Alright, and I'm actually going to stop here after the summons. I'm cutting myself off because I made a continuation of this video, and it felt better to make that a separate video. So we're going to stop here. This is a part 1. There's going to be a part 2 posted within the next couple of days as well, to talk about what to do with all that. We just summoned amazing account-changing stuff. I summoned Garius, right? He's the best. But given my account, do I build a Solde first or Garius first? Do I go with a Dauntless team? Do I go with a Wild team still? Do we completely change it up? Do I change all of my dungeon teams? Like, there's lots to figure out. So that's going to be the next video. So hang out soon enough. That one will be coming right behind this one. Thank you guys for watching my summons and the discussion about these banners, and I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to download via Android, iOS, Mac PC, Steam, or Epic Games if you haven't already. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. And thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring today's video.